All right, good morning. Great to see everyone. My name is Brett Kollars. I'm Assistant Director with City of Sioux Falls Parks and Recreation. I'm here to announce a significant step forward in the development of the West Side Recreation Center and meeting residents' priorities of indoor recreation space. Over the last few months, we've been collaborating with City Council, Park Board, community stakeholders to find common ground on a fee structure for recreation centers. Today, we're sharing a proposed fee structure for the new city facility that will ensure accessibility, safety, and sustainability. This ordinance amends City Fee Ordinance Sections 95.070 and 95.071 to establish fees for the West Side Recreation Center. In April, we announced our intent to purchase the Sanford Wellness Center at T. Ellis to create indoor recreation opportunities for community, something the community has told us time and again that we are lacking in Sioux Falls. Last month, City Council approved the necessary funds to acquire the Sanford Wellness Center facility for $9 million. We thank them for their support in providing year-round, publicly accessible recreation opportunities. Since then, we've been diligently working to develop a fair and responsible fee structure. As we prepare to take over operations, time is of the essence, as it's important to create a smooth transition and an amazing experience for Sioux Falls. We formed a small working group that included City Councilors Rich McCorris, Jennifer Siggety, Park Board members Mick Conlon, Brooke Wagner, and several city staff. We've gathered valuable input and feedback that we took to City Council on a June 11th work session. From there, we've continued to gather what's most important to the councilors to figure out how we can find common ground and responsibly operate the recreation center. We found varying opinions on what was most important to each city councilor, so the question became, how do we create a structure that creates equitable and safe access while staying responsible with taxpayer dollars? We've been diligently collaborating with councilors and park board members since these dates to make sense, to figure out what would make sense and what would be best for our community. Their input was crucial in reaching a consensus that benefits everyone. Thank you especially to Councilors McCorris and Siggety and to Park Board members Mick Conlon and Brooke Wagner for your work in helping us get to this point. It's important that the West Side Recreation Center is truly accessible to the community. That's why we have developed a tiered fee structure with options for children, adults, couples, and families. And all this while providing reduced rates at half the price to ensure equitable access for all. We understand that affordability is key. We'll be proposing reduced rates for seniors, low-income residents enrolled in programs such as SNAP or EBT, free reduced school lunch, Medicaid, foster care, and also special classes like veterans. Whether you choose a daily pass, a monthly pass, or even an annual plan, there's flexible options that'll fit your individual needs and budget. This proposed fee structure balances revenue generation to keep up with facility maintenance and exciting programming while maintaining safety, affordability, and accessibility for all. As we collaborated with City Council and Park Board members, we were thinking of our existing assets that need to continue to be operated responsibly and sustain operations. This directed the ranges and fees we talked about. Here's a detailed breakdown of the fees on the screen to see exactly what each option entails. One of the things we've heard is that we wanted a simple process. No contract, no activation fees, no cancellation fees. It's got to be easy to govern and easy to understand from a consumer standpoint. We believe we have achieved all of that balance with these proposed fees. I've mentioned reduced rates to improve accessibility. I want to bring your attention to the right-hand side of this table. Should a person or family qualify for SNAP, Medicaid, or other similar qualifying criteria programs, you'll notice that it's 50% off the standard rate. An adult is an $8 daily pass, or extend to a monthly pass, which would calculate at $1.36 per day. Should adult be a senior, these rates change to $4 for a daily pass. Once again, extend that out to a monthly type option, and you are calculated at 70 cents per day. Parents looking to drop off a child for an activity, looking at a $6 daily rate. Or enroll for a few months to complement the academic calendar year, cancel after that. That would calculate to about 83 cents a day at the standard rate. Once again, no cancellation fees, no activation fees. We really designed this to afford flexibility to match individual needs, individual budgets. We've often focused on the family rate in conversations, and that's proposed at $66 a month. When you break down the prices for a family, that calculates to 55 cents per day per person for a family of 4, or 28 cents per person per day for a family of 4 at the reduced rate. Throughout this process, we made sure we conducted extensive research, analyzed market data of other communities in the state or of similar size, and most importantly, we listened to the community. Our proposed fees create a sustainable model that allows us to maintain the incredible facility and offer diverse programs for everyone. When looking at the cost of our proposed family rate at $66 per month, $33 at the reduced rate, you can see that compared to other communities that offer similar amenities, we're proposing a reasonable rate for Sioux Falls recreation. At the same time, we want to make access as easy as possible. That's why we are proposing that there are no contracts, no cancellation fees, no activation fees, or even non-resident fees for recreation centers are applied at the same standard rate. This is truly a community space for all. Public recreation centers are all over the country. They're not new in that sense, but they are new to Sioux Falls. We're excited about what's ahead for our community. Recreation centers, beginning with the West Side Recreation Center, will be a year-round, multi-purpose recreational facility designed to cater to the Sioux Falls residents' diverse needs and interests of all ages and backgrounds. These spaces can be used on a one-time basis on days where the community just needs to get indoors, be it a cold February night or even a summer day that's too hot and you need to get indoors to use an indoor aquatic facility. During winter break, to keep kids active, play a pickup game of basketball. Again, to complement the academic calendar year, we've built in that flexibility. Imagine a place where adults can stay fit and healthy on an indoor track, open gymnasium or self-guided fitness equipment. Families can enjoy quality time together, splashing in an indoor aquatic center. Children can unleash their energy, play in a safe and stimulating indoor play area. And community groups can gather and host events in versatile multi-purpose rooms. The proposed fee structure for recreation centers is a culmination of extensive collaboration, and we're excited about this next step. The changes to the ordinance that include this proposed fee structure will be presented at the Park Board this afternoon. Following their feedback, the ordinance will then head to the City Council for a first reading on August 7th and a second reading on August 13th. With this timeline, we're still on track to assume operations of the West Side Recreation Center on January 1, 2025. We're incredibly excited about the West Side Recreation Center and the opportunity this brings to Sioux Falls. We believe the proposed fee structure strikes a balance between affordability and economic sustainability, ensuring this facility serves the entire community for years to come. Thank you for your time, and we're happy to answer any questions.
In the past, some counselors have expressed interest in subsidizing some of the operations of the rec center. Has that been factored into the rates, or could that be factored into the rates?
Yeah, it's been taken into consideration. So these proposed fee structures, we've conducted a sensitivity analysis to determine what type of tax support will need to be in place if we go forward with the $66 rate or the fee schedule that was just outlined in that table. And the projected annual operating support is about $685,000. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for the reduced, to qualify, if walk in, show my EBT card, or how will that work? Will I pre-qualify online or something like that, or do I have to show something when I get there?
Yep, so provide evidence that you qualify for that said existing welfare program, mentioned SNAP, Medicaid, or the others that are outlined as reduced criteria, and then provide evidence of yourself, driver's license, proof of address, and then as you mentioned, say that SNAP card or Medicaid card. Correct.
Is there some way, if I don't, for whatever reason, qualify for those programs, but I just don't make money, maybe I don't use those programs or whatever, I can contact the Parks Department and say, here's my situation, can we? I mean, it'd be a rare instance, but is that available?
Sure. We don't have that available, and the criteria that we've outlined is extensive, and the rates at the standard rate are comparable. They're competitive with our market research.
Is this an outline then for the Frank Olson as well, fee structure? Or
So
do you
the
think,
focus for these fees is on the West Side Recreation Center, but as we had the conversations, we have Frank Olson in mind. You'll notice in the proposed amendments to the ordinance that it does technically apply to recreation centers. I think we've got some things to learn. So this conversation really focused on that West Side Recreation Center.
Just to make it clear, will all the money coming from these fees go right back to just this recreation center?
Goes to our general fund supporting parks and recreation and greater city operations.
Okay.
Expand a little bit on how we already offer reduced rates and how
Yeah.
that process works, to Patrick's point of, will this look differently than what we currently offer?
Sure. So the criteria we used, we leaned on how we operate today, namely at Midco Aquatic Center. It's our closest kin to operating a recreation center, so we looked heavily at that. A thread to all of the conversations with City Council and Park Board is that this needs to be easy to administer and easy from a consumer standpoint. And so it's where we leaned on existing welfare programs. We're not looking to put an overly burdensome administrative process and providing that evidence. You show your qualification for these other programs, provide proof of self, and we'll set the rate. It's intended not to be burdensome on either vantage point, administration or consumer.
is there any discussion about it, like a universal pass, the golden ticket where I can go to Midco, I can eventually go to any spot with one?
Sure. So another thread through these conversations was complementing the academic calendar year. And how I'd answer that is the Summer Aquatic Pass. And you'll notice in the proposed amendments in the ordinance, the Summer Aquatic Pass would provide you access to the indoor aquatic facilities at the recreation center in addition to the outdoor pools. So from an all-inclusive standpoint, your Summer Aquatic Pass would provide you that.
The year-round family pass, like you can get a year-round family aquatics pass, same thing, cover everything?
That would be for Midco Aquatic Center. The Recreation Center Pass would be in addition to that. The Recreation Center Pass, as outlined here, was done so with recreation centers in mind. So from an inclusive standpoint, as it's outlined, it would include both Frank Olson and West Side Recreation Center. I'll say that and also acknowledge we really focused on the West Side Recreation Center through these conversations.
Yeah, I don't think I'm quite understanding because I'm stupid. But because right now I can buy a family pass for indoor, outdoor, year-round, right?
Yep.
I can't remember how much that is.
Yep.
If I have that, will that get me? That'll get me into the pool at Sanford, right? But not necessarily the recreation center. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct.
Okay.
During the summer months. So
Okay.
it would get you into the indoor aquatic spaces during the summer months.
But but not during the winter. If I have a Midco pass, I still go to Midco.
Correct.
Okay.
Questions?
Thank you. Exciting.